Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section. She call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let game, get back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Shay's Tube Late Night Owls Talk Time, the place to get the real facts. No fake mess here over here, y'all, on Shay's Tube. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watched this in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Tony Vance in the place to be. What's going on? Jermaine in the place to be. What's going on? Thank you guys so much for being here. Happy and blessed Wednesday, you guys. Okay. And I hope you had a beautiful Tuesday. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's go and do that copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen. Guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, and share, and leave a comment. Also, hype this video up as well. All right. And if you want to show additional support for this channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, a Cash App donation, a $ Shay's Tube, or copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thanks to all who have donated. I definitely appreciate you guys. All right. So tonight, guys, we got a great live for you guys in this 30 to 40 minutes. We're going to be talking about 50 Cent's ex-woman, okay, and Ray J. Ray J claims that he has heart failure. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. So y'all go get y'all something to drink and relax and cedar bed. If you are at work, continue to do your job, or listen or either watch me on the download. And the first story we are going to start off with tonight, you guys, will be Ray J. All right, Ray J. I cannot believe what Ray J said, okay? And more importantly, I can't believe what some people said in the comment section because they don't know what they're talking about. It's just plainly ridiculous. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this title up here real quick, and then we're going to get right to it. At least that's what he claims he has, heart failure, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and put this up. Okay, so anyway, let me go ahead and show that up here. And let's go ahead and turn that music down just a tad bit. If I can find it, let's turn it down to 8. Okay, and let's change this banner as well. And then we are getting ready to get started. What is the daggone thing at? I ain't never find nothing on this daggone board, you guys. It's just like, so much is here. So anyway, so I got a couple of things about Ray J. The first one is that Ray J claims his heart is only functioning at 25% after he got out of the hospital, okay? So he suffered from severe pneumonia and chest pains. He shared the health update in a video on Instagram Sunday. He said, "My heart's only beating like 25%, but as long as I stay focused and stay on the right path, then everything will be all right. So thank you all for your prayers." He said, "I almost passed on. I'm alive because of your prayers and support." So let's see here. So he also promoted his work with Zeus Network. He did a shout out to them as well, okay? So let's see what else he said. Hold on, let's see what else he said about this heart failure stuff. So this is not his first time, you guys, dealing with health. It's not his first time dealing with heart problems, okay? They say back in 2021, he suffered from another serious case of pneumonia. Wow. I didn't know he was dealing with heart problems. So he probably is telling the truth. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people trying to, say exactly what he should be experiencing since his heart is functioning at 25%. But clearly some of these people do not know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's almost laughable. Let me go back to the next one. Okay, then he came back with another, I guess, comment where he says he expects to be unalive before the end of February after heart failure diagnosis. Okay, let's see what he's talking about here. And this is according to Newsbreak, the grape juice. So he said it was his hospital stay was accompanied with confirmation he only has 3 weeks to live. Okay. He said, "This is my last stream of all time. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not even gassing y'all. This is it." Now he said that on Monday night. So the other one was on Sunday. Okay, then on Monday, he came back and said, "This is my last stream of all time. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not even gassing y'all. This is it." Okay. He said, "I'm not," he was also a little intoxicated, okay? He said, and that is the wrong thing to do if you have heart failure, okay? "I'm not supposed to drink, but it doesn't matter. That's it for me." That's what Ray revealed. He said, "It doesn't matter. Time tells everything. And the doctors gave me my time. I'm not going to tell y'all when, but it's sooner than later. Sooner than February." What? So then, before the live stream ended, the 45-year-old singer, actor, reality star clarified he was given 3 weeks to live, despite not sharing the exact date of the alleged diagnosis. Okay, let's see what else. And I'm going to pull that up on TikTok as well so you guys can hear. So let's see what some of these people in this comment section right here said. So they said the other day, he said he had lung issues. And now all of a sudden, he's going to pass in a month from heart failure. He just wants attention. Another person said it could be true. Hassan said, could be, and that would suck. But a doctor is not going to diagnose you and give you a month to live. He would have already been hospitalized. Then another person said the heart and lungs work together. It's not uncommon for one to affect the other. Okay. Well. So let's look up heart failure. You say, yeah, he was, and you don't supposed to drink with heart failure, okay? Just so you can know. But he said he only got a couple weeks. By the end of February, he'll be gone. So if he knows this, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I'm just being perfectly honest. I mean, if you're gonna pass on anyway, what is the point? So let me go over here and look up heart failure for you guys so we can get everything correctly, because obviously a lot of people do not know what they are talking about. Okay, let's just keep it real. Over here, we're doing real facts, okay? Real receipts, okay? Not that made up, contrived shit that you piece together, you know, and make it look one way and it's not really that way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do real receipts over here, okay? Oh my God. Let's see. Okay. First and foremost, let's see what causes heart failure. Y'all know I already know all the answers to this, but I'm just going to read it from here. So, heart failure is caused by any condition that damages or weakens the heart muscles. The heart muscle, most commonly coronary artery disease, okay? Or if you had previous heart attacks in high blood pressure, okay? Now, other major causes include heart valve disease, cardiomyopathy, okay? I don't know how you pronounce this, arrhythmus, I guess that's how you say that, and congenital defects. Now, risk factors include diabetes, obesity, smoking, and excessive alcohol use. All right. So all you people who like to drink like something is wrong with you, and you smoke like something is wrong with you, just realize this. You could be messing up your heart. If you have diabetes, realize this. You could be messing up your heart. Obesity, you could be messing up your heart. Okay. So they're going through everything, and I'm not going to go through all of this. If you guys want to know, you have to go research this, and you can sit down and read it or whatever the case is. You could also have metabolic syndrome. Okay. Also lifestyle choices, you know, a lot of salt, you know, high fat diet. If you don't do no exercises, or you just sitting around all day, all day, like I said, smoking. Other factors are infections, severe anemia, and of course, DRUGS. Okay, because they did not put that there, but we already know that certain DRUGS definitely, you know, can mess up that heart for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So, let's see some signs of it. So now they said, unlike an actual heart attack, heart failure can happen gradually, okay? And that's why people often mistake the symptoms for something else, like indigestion or being out of shape, okay? So anytime, you know, something in your body you feel that's abnormal, you should go to the doctor. Like, for example, if you could normally walk up the stairs and you don't be out of breath, then all of a sudden you walking up the stairs and you get out of breath, you should be talking to your doctor about that. A lot of doctors will say, oh, you're getting older. But if you know for sure, you know, if you know that you was walking up them stairs pretty good the other day, then all of a sudden you're out of breath the next day, something ain't right. So you should be reporting that to your doctor, okay, point blank. So they said that the longer you go without seeing the signs of heart trouble, the more damage you may have over time. Okay. And this is according to a cardiologist, Robert Greenfield, MD. All right. Because, like I told you, when I get my information, I'm not just getting it. Just like when I get my legal stuff, I'm not just getting it. Okay. So a lot of people mistake that for something else. And they really just do not know. Now, heart failure is a condition in which the heart is unable to pump enough blood to meet the body's needs. Okay. So also when you have heart failure, some people cannot regulate their body temperature, because if the heart is not able to pump enough blood throughout your body into organs, that can cause a lot of different things to happen. Okay. Let's see what they got here going on. About 6.5 million people have heart failure. Okay. That's adults. You got kids that even have this. Okay. And like a lot of people who have hypertension, you definitely have to be especially careful because hypertension alone can, cause you to have heart failure. So like they said, like many conditions, the earlier you catch it, the better your outlook. Now they say if you think you are experiencing heart failure, reach out to your doctor ASAP or call 911. Like some people have these type of symptoms. They can't breathe. Breathe. I don't know what I just said. Or they can't catch their breath. Okay. So the heart and the lungs do work together. Okay. To make sure your body has oxygen-rich blood. The right side of the heart takes in the blood that's been depleted of oxygen and pumps it over to the lungs so it can get an oxygen refresh. Since heart failure affects how well this elegant system operates, shortness of breath is a major sign of trouble. This is according to Dr. Greenfield, cardiologist. He said people will feel air hunger, meaning no matter how deeply you inhale, you don't feel like you're getting enough oxygen. And then some people have persistent coughing or wheezing. So people with heart failure sometimes experience a nagging dry cough, especially when lying down or at night. Okay, and then sometimes that cough can produce phlegm. I want to use phlegm because the other word is just disgusting to me. And that's because of fluid accumulating in the lungs. And that condition is called, let me see if I can say this right, pulmonary congestion, okay? And that happens as the heart loses its ability to pump blood forward. This fluid buildup irritates the lungs, triggering coughing or wheezing, okay? And sometimes they refer that as being cardiac asthma. Asthma. Also, exercise seems much harder than it should be. Dancing, anything like that, working out, if you're doing like high aerobic exercises, anything like that, going upstairs. Some people walking across the room can feel like it's too much, okay? So the thing is, I don't think they advise people with heart failure to do any type of aerobic exercises or anything that will cause your heart to increase like that. Okay, you can still exercise, just not certain ones. Okay, even if you dance, you shouldn't be doing certain dances. Okay, you can dance, but just don't be getting outrageous. But you need to check with your doctor first because sometimes some people can't dance. And they say a lot of people, don't realize that their heart is in trouble and they just think they're out of shape when in reality, it could be heart failure. You know what I'm saying? So you need to go to the doctor if you're getting out of breath when you're dancing, talking, or anything. Okay? Also, you have an increased heart rate or you experience heart palpitations. Okay? So a lot of times when people have heart failure, they feel fluttering or their heartbeat skips a beat. Or you feel like a really pounding in your chest. You can feel your heart beating. Be doing it really, really hard. Even people with high blood pressure, we have that too. So they say when the heart isn't pumping enough blood, the body attempts to compensate by speeding up the heart rate to keep oxygen and nutrients flowing. As the heart now works overtime to meet the body's needs, these extra or irregular beats called palpitations happen frequently, especially as that heart failure gets worse. And that's why it's especially, important to get to the doctor, if you think you have heart failure, so they can give you medications or whatever they need to do to help you deal with it and to control it better. Okay. Now, another one is they got a damn ad on here. Come on in. Why would they put this ad in the middle of the thing that I'm trying to read? This is crazy. I hate when they do this stupid stuff. Also, laying down, okay? A lot of people, when they lay down, it's an issue. They can't breathe that good. They can't sleep good or anything. They said some of the blood in your legs goes back up to your heart. Hold on, let me make sure that I just read this correctly. Hold on. Let's make sure that's right. This damn thing is skipping. Hold on real quick, y'all. I don't know why these people put this thing here. An ad right here in the middle of the damn thing. Well, good, but you shouldn't block my damn thing that I'm trying to read. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I know about when you lay down, but the thing is, when you lay down at night, if you have heart failure, okay, use pillows behind your neck, okay, so it can what is the word I'm looking for? So it can raise you up some. That will make breathing better. If you're laying straight up flat with heart disease, it makes breathing harder. Plus, you need to lie on your right side, okay? Because the heart is sitting correctly when you lie on your right side versus on your left side, all right? And it's easier, to breathe and things of that nature. You can also elevate your legs a little bit as well if you want to, but definitely elevate your neck, your head, so you can be able to breathe better and you can sleep better. And they tell you exactly why in detail, but I can't see it, so I'm not going to try to tell you what I know about it. Okay, so you can just look that up, why laying down is harder for people with heart failure and how can you make it a little bit more easier, to sleep. Okay, so some people, their legs and feet swell up. Okay, they say when your heart isn't operating properly, it pumps less blood to your kidneys. And as a result, that organ compensates by retaining fluid. And so this usually shows up first in your lower extremities, your legs and things of that nature, and your feet. And they say it tends to affect both sides, cause stretch, shiny skin. It's also a telltale sign of, how do you say this? Edema. I think it's called edema. If you press your finger into the swelling and that indentation stays for several seconds. Okay, so you can easily do that yourself. Okay. Then they say you're suddenly gaining weight. The fluid buildup that may be in your legs can back up higher. It can back up higher into your abdomen and arms. This rapid weight gain is often mistaken for fat accumulation, but it's actually water weight from fluid retention. So they said it can happen like quick. So if you got heart failure, right, or hypertension, You need to stop eating salt. Okay, salty foods, anything that has salt in it. Don't overdrink water. Drink water though, but don't overdo it. Um, Mostly those salty foods though, potato chips, processed foods, ice cream, all that type of stuff. You have to watch all of that, and if you have hypertension, you have to do that too because you can still have fluid, build up with hypertension. Okay. You can also damage your kidneys and all types of things with hypertension, high blood pressure, or your heart, or any, all of that stuff, your eyes, everything. So you definitely have to be careful with the salt. Okay. Because salt definitely, causes fluid build up. That's why you see a lot of people swelling up because they be doing too much. They be eating all these salty foods, no exercising, not going to the bathroom enough to urinate or anything. So it is what it is. They said also you have to pee much more often, unless you like me. I always have, had to pee all the time ever since I was little. Anyway, they said all that fluid you are retaining has to go somewhere. That's when you may find yourself always having to pee, especially in the middle of the night. Now, they said sometimes people brush this off as a sign of aging or drinking too much water close to bedtime. Unfortunately, some people try to correct the issue by cutting down on water intake during the day. Okay, so they won't have to pee that much at night. But they said this can make fluid retention worse since the body starts holding on to water in order to prevent dehydration. That cycle gets even uglier with heart failure because dehydration causes strain and increase your heart rate. Okay? So if you know you got heart failure, sometimes they prescribe water diuretics, okay? So you won't build up excessive fluid throughout your body. Okay? So that's why they do that. Some blood pressure pills also contain diuretics in them. I need to look that up anyway, because man, I tell you, certain blood pressure pills, when you take them, they make you go urinate. Okay, so I think some of them do have diuretics in it. But a lot of times when you have hypertension, your doctor will prescribe a diuretic to you as well. Okay, let's see. They say you're tired all the time. The way the body compensates during heart failure is to divert blood to vital organs, especially the brain, and channel it away from less important areas like your muscles and limbs. That can lead to a feeling of weakness and fatigue. You can also have nausea or lack of appetite, and it just comes out of nowhere. So the heart considers another organ as non-vital when there's trouble, and it's your digestive system. So when your gastrointestinal tract gets less blood, it can slow their functions way down. Okay. Dr. Greenfield says you might have a range of effects, including indigestion or lack of appetite, or nausea and constipation. Also, you may feel lightheaded or feel confused. Okay, and that's because, again, not getting enough blood to your brain. Okay, you can get dizzy, disoriented, confused, challenges with your memory and concentration. And then some people even faint in extreme cases. Also, your hands and feet are always cold. Okay, and again, let's see why they say this is. Okay, it's because of circulation issues brought on by heart failure. Okay, but obviously, if you got cold feet, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have heart failure. You just need to go to your doctor and let them know so they can check out your heart, by doing they can do an EKG, but that doesn't really rule out a heart failure. So they have to do an echocardiogram in order to see what your functionality is of your heart. Okay. So they say, is there a cure for heart failure? And I can just tell you straight up, it isn't. Okay. But they can treat it and manage it. And they say often very successfully. They said many people with heart failure live full and active lives with the right combination of medications to help the heart pump better and to relieve symptoms, as well as lifestyle changes like eating healthier and staying active. So again, like I said, I don't know what Ray J is dealing with, in regards to his heart failure. They did say though, in severe cases, they can do a medical device like a heart pump. Okay. And that is used to help support the heart functions. There's also procedures they can use, such as heart valve replacement or a heart transplant. Now, if you got to get that heart transplant, you can just, I don't know about that. Okay. But anyway, the heart valve replacement is something that probably is, pretty much successful, because I have heard of people getting that with the heart transplant. I don't know how long that will last. But anyway, I don't even know honestly, I don't even know if I would do that if I was experiencing that. I would just probably just be done, because, I can't even imagine going through that surgery and getting another heart, and then eventually the body will reject it. Eventually, you got to take all these different medications, to stop rejection. I don't think I could even deal with all of that. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, Ray J is not saying everything 100%. I'm gonna put it like that. Now they say if you have heart failure and you experience this more, it gets worse or new, like if you get shortness of breath, especially when you're sleeping or you're not really doing anything, or if you get difficult breathing when lying flat, or if you have rapid or sudden weight gain. Okay. If you gain more than 2 to 3 pounds in a day or 5 pounds in a week, or if you have swelling in the legs, ankles, feet, or abdomen, or heart palpitations, you need to go to the doctor, okay, to the ER immediately. And if your blood pressure is too low too, or too high, you need to go to the doctor. Or if you can't pee, or if you start getting really confused and lethargy. How do you say that? Lethargy, Lethargy. If you get that, you definitely need to go to the emergency room. So, like I said, as far as Ray J, I just, don't know, because we don't know exactly. He says heart is at 25%. Well, I do know people who have heart functionality at 25%, and they are, still living, and they're taking their medications and just living a regular life with some, changes in their life. So I don't know what Ray J is experiencing. Okay, I don't know, how bad his heart is or anything like that. So he could be telling the truth, guys. I don't know. You can still function at 25% now. Now, if they would have said his heart functionality is at 10% or 15%, then they would probably be talking about those devices and stuff, to put inside of your heart. I forgot what the other one is called. Some type of, I can't remember the name of the other one that they put inside of your chest, not in your heart, okay, but in your chest, right underneath your skin right there. They put it right there so it can make the heart, I think they send like electric current or something through there to make the heart beat again if it stops, something like that. Okay, but look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah. So that's some little information about heart failure so you guys can know. And like I said before, I don't know exactly how extensive his heart failure is, but usually, I don't know, maybe his doctor did tell him that. I don't know for sure. I just don't see it, but his doctor could have told him that, or either he could just be saying that because he's scared. Like if a doctor tells you you have heart failure, the first thing you're thinking about is that you're about to pass on. Okay. So he could be saying that based on what he thinks. You say your heart is functioning at only 25%. You're like, damn, really? Because your heart is supposed to function at, I believe, 70%. Let me look and see. I think that's the normal functionality of the heart. Let's see. What's the normal functionality of the heart? Let's see. Well, no, I need to know the functionality. I should have said functionality. Let's see, let me change it. Well, I do have that up there already. They're not answering this question the way I want them. Let's see. Okay, what do they call that? Let me get the medical name for that. It's a fraction or something. What is the, let me see, y'all. Let's see, heart low functionality. These people know they cannot answer a question correctly. Oh, injection fraction. I was partially right. So let's see what a normal injection. Yeah, injection. Let me just copy this because my ass gonna forget how to say it. What is the normal injection fraction? Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if it knows what I'm talking about without putting it up here. Let's see. Okay, I was right. So between 50% and 70%. Okay, but more importantly, 70%. So let's see. They say if it's below 40%, that signals heart failure. Okay. So normal is between 50 to 70%. Anything 40% or less is considered heart failure. So it is what it is. Like I said, I don't know. Let's go to look at a TikTok video and see if they say anything different. So he probably just listen, guys. Because he was intoxicated, so he probably does think, he's going to pass. Like I said, when people usually get diagnosed with that, especially if they didn't read about it, you'll be thinking that you're going to pass on. Okay, and then you start looking online and shit, and you just be thinking that, even if the doctor didn't tell you that. Now they could have told him that. I don't know. Let's see what they say, because they did say he had heart troubles before, so I don't know. So let's see what he's talking about. Let's see.
A rap for me.
No, don't say that, brother. Don't say that. No. Fuck the doctor. No, don't say that. Because when you say that, you're confirming what the doctor
that's
said.
what Jay said. I don't
No. Fuck them.
But
fuck what they said, brother. You're
guess
gonna live
what?
long.
Guess what?
You're gonna live long to see your children grow up. Yes, nigga. Nobody ever told you this. You're gonna live long to see your children grow up. Have children too. Real shit. Nigga, nah, nigga. Fuck what doctor tell you your time is done. No, fuck that. Nigga. Your neighbor is a doctor.
2027 is definitely a wrap for me.
No, don't say that, brother. Don't say that. No. Fuck the doctor. No, don't say that. Because when you say that, you're confirming what the doctor
that's
said.
what Jay said. I don't
No.
He said that's what they said. I mean, I don't know what they said because I wasn't there, but maybe they did tell him that. But 25%, unless he got more stuff going on with his heart that they can't do anything for. Okay, I mean, I don't know. But just 25%, you wouldn't think the doctor would be telling him that he's getting ready to pass on, because you would think the doctor would be giving him medications like Entresto or some other type of medication, okay? Or they will be talking about, and not at 25%, they may be talking about doing some type of devices there to start his heart if his heart start beating. I just don't see it. But they could have told him that because maybe he got the functionality wrong. Maybe it's lower. Who knows? But he would be in the hospital probably getting some type of procedure if it was real low like that. 25% is low, but some people heart functionality be down even lower and they still be out function, not in the hospital. So I don't know. So let's see what they're saying over here. Well, I don't want to hear her. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know if I believe him 100%. I'm not, I don't know.
All good though. Don't feel bad for me.
Oh no, we're not gonna play no damn music. Okay, that's just out. I knew it. I knew it. Let's see. Let's see him on here.
What's up, everybody? It's Ray J. We're coming off of a crazy run. I want to thank everybody for praying for me. I was in the hospital. My heart's only beating like 25%, but as long as I stay focused and stay on the right path, then everything will be all right. So thank you for all your prayers. What's up, everybody? It's Ray J.
So the thing is that here he's saying if he's still on the right path, and that's more like what I'm thinking the doctor told him. Okay, because 25%, if he stopped drinking, okay, if he does anything else that's bad, he stopped doing that, he eats right, he exercise lightly, and take it easy, his heart functionality may go up. Because it can go up. It can go back up some. You know what I'm saying? With the medication and all that, less stress and all of that, it can go up. So I don't know if the doctor told him that or not. For real. This lady right here said her heart is at 20% functionality. Somebody said he needs a pacemaker. I don't know when they put a pacemaker. This probably has to be at 25%. They could, but I don't know exactly when they would do that. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see how can I ask this. When does a doctor put no, not that. It's going to be stupid. What is the requirements for a pacemaker? Let me see. What are the requirements for a pacemaker? Let's see. Okay, so you use a pacemaker when the heart's natural electrical system fails. Like if you have an irregular heart rate that cannot maintain sufficient blood flow. Let's see. You have severe heart failure. So I don't know if his is considered severe heart failure. Let's see. What is considered severe heart failure? So he may have, we don't know because we can't see all of him. He may have this. So that's stage D. Okay. Severe shortness of breath, fatigue, and fluid retention. That happens at rest. Okay. So you have to go to the doctor the hospital all the time. You hospitalized. Failure to respond to the medications and requiring specialized care like ventricular assist devices or transplantation. Okay, so that's when they do that. And I don't think we can see that. I don't see it looking at him, but that doesn't mean he's not experiencing any of these things because we're not cardiologists and we're not his doctor. So we don't know for sure. You see what I'm saying? Maybe they did tell him that. Who knows? But I'm thinking maybe they told him this if he does not, do certain things or if he doesn't get certain things done. Maybe. I don't know. So if it's medications, if he just was diagnosed with it, how would they be saying this if he was just diagnosed with it? They wouldn't even know this quick, I don't guess, unless his heart is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because I would think they would try medications, but I guess if it's really severe, they may just recommend, doing the other stuff. But usually they say that if the patient cannot carry on physical activity, without discomfort, and if they can't sleep, and stage D is the final stage of heart failure. And that's includes patients with structural heart disease who have advanced symptoms despite treatment. All right. And you'll be able to tell if they have advanced, if they have stage D heart failure. Because he would be having rapid or irregular heartbeat combined with severe fatigue or dizziness, severe chest pain, sudden severe coughing up pink, foamy, phlegm, and then rapid weight gain of more than 2 to 3 pounds in one day. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not sure with this dude. He could have just, like I said, because he was a little intoxicated or whatever, drinking or whatever. He could just be thinking that, you know what I'm saying? Because he has heart failure. Because when somebody tell you, when a doctor or cardiologist tell you that your heart functionality is at 25%, and you know that it should be between 50 and 70%, you automatically start thinking you are going to pass on. Okay, you're not going to make it long because 25% is low. It's not as low as I've heard of, but it's low. Okay. And if he's not willing to do the things that he needs to do, or if his heart is really damaged, okay, it may not can go back up. So I don't know. I wish he would have went into more details and told us why he says this, then we would have a better picture of it. Point blank. Okay. So my prayers are extended out to Ray J, and I do hope that his functionality goes up and, he just gets better. It looks like he is a little swelling. I really don't know for sure because he just may have gained weight. Who knows? But like I said, my prayers are, extending out, for him. And hopefully, his heart functionality will go up higher. He needs to take his medications and do whatever they're telling him to do, point blank. And I'm surprised that Brandy hasn't said anything about this. Is this him in the hospital right here? Let me see.
They gotta take it out.
If they see something wrong with my heart, do they gotta take it out?
Take your heart out?
Like the fluid or see out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like if it was like a clot or anything.
Yeah, because your heart sits in a sac, and there's a little bit of fluid around in the sac. Is that what you're speaking of? Yeah, like extra fluid, or
You see that?
the cardiologist is going to look at it further.
So that was when he was in the hospital, but he had pneumonia, so it is what it is. Anyway. So hopefully, like I said, his heart functionality goes up. I don't think he's going to pass on in February, but, you never know. He has severe heart pains then, yeah. Okay. So like I said, we'll see you guys. So what do y'all got to say about that? Let's see. We'll see what y'all said in the comment section. Let me turn the background music back on. He'll be on oxygen for what? For heart failure. That doesn't mean you will be on oxygen because you got heart failure. If your functionality is very low, then maybe yes. But your functionality, heart functionality be down to like 10%. Okay, he's still blessed 25%. Some people functionality down to 20% and 15 and 10. And some people be like kids, they be like 11, 18. Okay. Some people don't get a chance to live to be 40 some years old. So, like I said, he probably just is scared. But we don't know what the doctors told him. So he could be telling us the truth. Who knows? But hopefully, like I said, he will take his medications and do what they're telling him to do. And his heart functionality can go up. Even if it go up to 30%, that would be good. Even 25%. It is 25% now, right? So even if it went to 30%, that would be good. And then, 35. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on now to 50 cents, and then we will be done. This took almost an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and go through 50 cents briefly, okay? Okay, let's see here. So anyway, let's do 50 now. Let me go ahead and change this banner. So again, my prayers are sending out to Ray J, and hopefully he, pulls through everything and he don't pass too soon, okay? Hopefully he gets a chance to live another 20, 30, 40 years because he's only 40-something years old. People do live a long time with heart failure. Just follow directions, whatever they're telling him to do, he needs to just go ahead and do that. Point. Just like if you have low kidney function or any other organ, like that. Just follow directions and leave the damn alcohol, the smoking, and all of that stuff alone, because that shit right there will really have you unalive quickly if you have hypertension, heart failure, or anything like that. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get to 50 cent now. Because it's getting late and I got to go to sleep. Okay. Okay, so anyway, you guys, let me take this down real quick. So 50 Cent ex-girlfriend is pushing back against a lawsuit filed by G Unit Books, alleging that she was coerced into signing away her life rights under threats, intimidation, and extreme financial pressure tied to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and his team. The lawsuit, brought by Jackson's publishing company in July 2025, targets videos. Let me see what her name is. Shanika, I think. Let me see. Yeah, Shaniqua. Posted in 2023 and 2025, in which she recounts alleged details of her past relationship with 50 Cent, which began before his rise to fame in the late 1900s. Excuse me. The late 1990s and early 2000s. Y'all know I must be getting tired. 1900s. Okay, that was a blooper. 1 June 2025 YouTube video drew scrutiny as Tompkins accused Jackson of physically and verbally abusing her during her pregnancy with their son, Marquise, and throughout their relationship. She also alluded to Jackson's possible involvement in a 2008 fire that destroyed her Long Island home, a property she claims he was attempting to evict her from at the time. G Unit Books argues that these public statements violate a 2007 life rights agreement that granted the company exclusive control over her life story, name, and likeness. In a sworn affidavit obtained by All Hip Hop, Tompkins contends that the agreement was never entered into freely. In her filing, she stated she was entirely financially dependent on 50 Cent, alleging that he forced her out of a real estate investment business to ensure that dependence and pressure her into signing the deal with G Unit Books. Now, according to Tompkins, the late music executive Chris Lightley, Jackson's manager until he passed in 2012, acted as an intermediary. I can't even pronounce this. intermediary, an enforcer on behalf of 50 Cent. She claims Lighty appeared at her Las Vegas hotel room with a man she believed to be a bodyguard and told her the agreement was non-negotiable. Now, during this encounter, Mr. Lighty told me that I would suffer severe consequences if I did not sign the agreement. That's what Tompkins' filing claims. She said, fearing for my life and for my children's lives, I signed the agreement under extreme duress. She further alleges Lighty warned that Jackson would use his power, wealth, and public platform against her, leaving her with what she described as no meaningful choice and intimidating her to extract rights that I would never have surrendered freely. The agreement allegedly promised $80,000, though Tompkins says she received only $35,000 and that G Unit Books did not honor the agreement and now claims to enforce. In December 2025, G Unit Books attorneys sought a default judgment in New York federal court after Tompkins initially failed to respond by the September 10th deadline, requesting a permanent injunction and a damages inquiry. The publisher is seeking $1 million in damages plus interest and legal fees. At the time of filing, Jackson's attorney, Rena James, stated Jackson purchased these rights to preserve them for use in future biographical or autobiographical projects, but also in part because he was concerned that Tompkins would attempt to monetize their history in his name. His concerns were ultimately proven correct. So what do you guys got to say about that? Okay, somebody says she has no reason to lie. This dude has a lot of secrets to hide, and it's time for him to be exposed for what he really is, a liar and abuser. She also came back and said, you think Curtis is never in the wrong, like he is God. He ain't. He fooled like all of them industry dudes, okay? Somebody says signing away your life rights. What the F does that mean? Sounds like a money grab. Well, they just told you what that means. Okay, signing away her rights to her name, likeness, and any other thing. That's what I said before, okay? The name, the likeness, and one more thing. Okay, that's what that means. Signing away your life rights. Another commenter said, Curtis has some skeletons in his closet and he pays to keep them there. I hope she gets to tell her side of the story. Do y'all think that he actually did that to that girl? Physically abused her? Okay, another commenter said, that's too bad. He's been airing everybody else's shit, and now shit is popping up about him. Let's see how this goes. Is he going to pay his way up out of this so it can go away? Since he's in everybody else's business. Somebody says she is just an angry baby mama. His son is a grown-up, so child support is over. She felt entitled to his money because she has a child by him. She wanted to be greedy and get more money from him, but her attempts backfired. He doesn't owe her anything. She wants to live a lifestyle that she cannot afford on her own merit. Somebody said, why don't he just cash all and be cool? They should have a friendly relationship because of the son. The thing about it, the son is grown. So even if the mom and the dad do not get along, it doesn't really matter now because the son is grown. He does not have to go through the mom to see the son, but his son and him, I don't believe they even get along. Somebody said, leave 50 alone. Excuse me, alone. He is a brilliant businessman. Don't hate. And everything done by the book. And girl, who do you think you are? Just a baby mama scorn. Kid getting older. That child support gonna run out soon. Is the kid grown already? Somebody else said just what I be saying. Girl, you knew who he was. He showed his hand all the time. He shows his hand all the time. Somebody said, how can you control a person's life story unless she signed a prenup agreement stating that she gives him all decision over her life? That sounds strange. However, many people are giving up their freedom and rights to the rich for money. Okay. Let's see this. Let's go back. Let me look at something real quick. She said they made her sign it. Okay. She said she feared for her life and for her kids' lives. She said she signed the agreement under extreme duress. Extreme duress. Well, why didn't they give her the other rest of her money if the agreement promised 80,000, but she said she only got 35,000? What happened to the rest of it? So let's see about the life thing. I read it already to you guys. I just don't remember everything that it said. Hold on for a minute. Let me see if I can get back to it. Yeah. Signing away her life rights under threats, intimidation, extreme financial pressure tied to 50 Cent and his team. And they explained exactly what that is. Let me see. I know her name, a likeness, is something else. Let me see. Yeah, she said that she accused Curtis of physically and verbally abusing her when she was pregnant with their son and throughout their relationship. And she also said that she alluded that he was involved in that 2008 fire that destroyed her home, the home that he was trying to evict her from. Yeah, they had a life rights agreement that granted the company exclusive control over her life story, name, and likeness. So, talk to people don't be reading. So they are telling you what the life rights she's talking about, what it is. It's an agreement that gives them control, exclusive control over her life story, her name, and likeness. And they said it violates her public statements violated a 2007 life rights agreement that granted them exclusive control over her life story, name, and likeness. So those public statements she made, I guess. So it is what it is. What y'all think about that? So let's see what they say about it on TikTok, and then we are getting ready to get out of here. Okay, you guys? All right, let me read this real quick. TikTok is my place to go. Okay, let's put 50 cents. What's her name? Shaniqua Tompkins, right? Let's see. Let me spell her name right. Let me go to it because man, these names. Let's see. Shaniqua. I guess that's her name. How you pronounce it? I don't know for sure. Um, okay, let's see whether we can pull up anything on that real quick. So let's see. I don't know who this is. Damn. They didn't. When it first came up, it showed her, I believe. Let's see. I don't want to see no old stuff. This is all old. So let's see what she says right here about the physical abuse, okay? Because I
was pregnant with
I've never seen this before. I want to see this real quick.
Marquise. Belly out to here.
Well, let me ask you. So Marquise, I'm pregnant with Marquise, so it's been 12 years. Why didn't you want to be with him? Just, at this point, he's a famous rapper. Junior is clicking. You know, he's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with somebody at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that
Right.
and another incident with Marquise. So it was two incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident with Marquise, Yale, and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan. And I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like, a girl that, he just told me something. So him and I got to argument. He beat the mess out of me and then told Marquise, see, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass.
Well,
So those were the two incidents for me that I said, no, it's time to go. The time he hit me, I was pregnant with Marquise. Belly out to here.
so maybe that's the reason why his son doesn't care for him. A lot of people keep on calling her a liar, but how do you guys know she's lying? That's the thing. How do you guys know she's lying? You said guilty, huh? Guilty as sin. So you believe her, don't you? I'm not going to keep it real, okay? I'm not going to keep it real. I'm not saying shit. I don't need 50 coming over here, but, but I will say this. She looks very convincing, okay? I will say that. All right, she looks very convincing. And maybe that's the reason why his son doesn't, get along with him or whatever the case is. Or they have problems. I don't know if they still having problems, but maybe that's one of the reasons. That's crazy. And I still got Ray J thing up here. Oh, I thought I changed this. Let me see. I thought I changed. I forgot to put this up here. Or no, they didn't change it. That's what it is. I already had it changed. StreamYard didn't change it. So that's that. Like I said, you said lock him up. He be up there talking that shit though. You think she can? I don't know for sure. Tony Dance, okay? I don't know. Y'all think everybody is lying, don't y'all? I don't know for sure. She could be though. Who knows? So let's see this real quick.
Thanks Tuning in for another Insta news break. The internet is buzzing after Shaniqua Tompkins, yes, 50 Cent's ex and the mother of his son Marquise, went live on Instagram and let everything out. In the emotional live stream, Shaniqua explained why she believes their son deserved more than the so-called average child support. His father's not average, she said, so why should his life be? From organic meals to private tutoring, even homeschooling for safety. Shaniqua made it clear Marquise's upbringing came with unique challenges. But then things got real. She opened up about why she left the relationship, citing behavior that she says no woman or child should have to experience. She made it clear her decision to walk away was about protection, dignity, and setting the right example. Want to see it for yourself? Watch the full live stream now at nstyleatlanta.com. Trust us, this one's got the whole timeline on fire.
Okay. But I mean, you know, honestly, a lot of these women, if the celeb boyfriend, ex-husband be rich, they want those kids to live the same way, even when they, you know, get a divorce or when they stop seeing each other. So I don't know. You say you seen it in real life? Oh, okay. But like I said, I'm not in his house. You know, I don't know, you know, what's going on with those two. You know, I just really don't know, you guys. So what you seen, Tony Mans, in real life? Oh, he didn't want her. She was mad. He need to. He need to. He's silly, Jermaine. You are silly. Let's see what else we got here real quick. So all of these are old. I don't want to see no old stuff. Let me see what she's saying right
somewhere else. So it's not a bigger platform. So tell me the backstory on them, other people who might have reached out and why you never did it there instead of here.
Well, we could start with one that's just more famous, one that's in the public eye. And 50 has been trying to block interviews for years, but it's one in particular that was broadcast on his Instagram. You know, he always likes to run his mouth and tell on himself. It was a guy from Black had contacted me. His name was Mafi. He wanted to interview me, so he got a little overzealous, and he had, you know, put on his Instagram, oh, you know, he was like a booking guy for Black. He's like, oh, I got 50 Cent baby mother. You know, like you know, he's excited. 50 then proceeded to threaten Mafi on Instagram. And this is a video of Mafi. He talks about it on Instagram, how 50 threatened him when he interviewed me. So he threatened him, and I just want to get the exact verbiage he said. 50 Cent posted a picture of Mafi on his Instagram and said, I don't know this guy, never met him before. I have nothing to do with him getting a $150 in the face. Vlad TV should know better than to go get into gangster shit. This is what happens all the time now. The poor guy has to staple his face together. Get well soon.
But did that happen? So wait a minute. That's what the guy said.
No, this is what 50 Cent said.
Oh, okay. Some of the clarity for the people.
Threatening the guy from not interview. And then Black goes on to talk about it on Math Hoffa to address it and said it had something to do with Jimmy Henchman, but it was from, like he said, the title, 50 Cent threatened me over his baby mother, Shaniqua Tompkins. This is the guy who worked for Black.
How long ago was that?
I don't remember. It was some time ago. But this is what he did. And he puts this on his Instagram in real time. He puts this on his Instagram, threatens the guy. So Mafi then goes, and you Google all of this. So please do your homework. I hope y'all got y'all pens and pads out so y'all can write this down or go over the live and look at it. Or if you have real journalists on these platforms, do your homework.
Do you do
And
diligence? That's right.
he threatened him. Mafia then goes get a police report.
And whatever happened, what was the end result of that?
He didn't pursue it. He didn't pursue it. He did not pursue it. He said his mother was scared. He did not pursue it. He didn't pursue it. He called me. He called me 6 days. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't understand. And yeah. Vlad didn't want to, he told me Vlad was like, just leave it alone. Vlad then called Benzino. So no, let's just leave it alone. Like, and this is what he's been doing behind closed doors,
Right.
behind the scenes. And that's why.
A quick
now,
question. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying now with Instagram, I'm on my platform, on my live, and I can speak freely.
Somewhere else. So it's not a bigger platform. So tell me the backstory on them. Other people here might have reached out and why you never did it there instead of here.
Well, we could start with one that's just more famous, one that's in the public.
So yeah, that's true. So she has her own little YouTube channel, huh? When she be talking about, she was talking about it. Now she not talking about it. Okay, so what y'all think? Like I said, I don't know because I wasn't there. Anything is possible. You know, she could be just doing it because she's mad, or she could be telling the truth. I don't know. But she definitely looks like she's telling the truth. So she telling a lot of shit. Let me see what she's talking about here.
Floyd dated Miss Jackson at the time, and he hooked Boo Boo up with Daphne.
Okay.
He hooked them up. I guess Floyd got the last laugh because he said, I told you not to have no baby problem. And we all see, if you go to Floyd's page now, which we all know Floyd is his best friend or was his best friend, on his page now, Floyd has a post saying to Boo Boo, and the first line he says in that post, you're just mad because Marquis' mother don't want to be with you. And I'm assuming we all know if you have a best friend, your best friend knows all your secrets and who you care about. And that's what Floyd said first line out the gate.
So bring up Floyd, what was the fallout between Floyd and his son's father about?
50 wanted to try to get into the boxing business. So as I don't know if everyone knows, like I was very close with Floyd's children's mother, Josie Harris. God bless her dead. I love Josie. Sweet, fun, just all around great person. I just wanted to say that. Floyd, Boo Boo wanted to get into the boxing business. And Floyd is like, no, we're friends. Like you have your business, I have my business, but he wanted to get into the boxing business. So he thought he was gonna Josie told me he went to Floyd's parents. Like if he was asking for a hand in marriage, you know how you go to a girl's parents to ask for a hand in marriage. So he went to perfect. I just want to have your blessings. I want to get into business with Floyd. And Floyd was like, no. He wanted to just be friends. And that's what Boo Boo would say. Boo Boo would say, oh, you know, Floyd want to be, he would tell me Floyd want to prick fingers and be blood brothers, like, because he wasn't genuine in a friendship. So, which is typical of him, like he's not genuine in any relationship. And as we can see, he can't maintain a personal relationship with anyone. So he was upset by that, and that's how the beef started because Floyd wanted to keep it his friend. Floyd was dating Miss Jackson at the time, and he hooked Boo Boo up with Daphne. He hooked them up. I guess Floyd got the last laugh because he said, I told you not to have no baby problem. Okay, so and we all see if you go to
that's tripped out, huh? They say her story has never changed; it stays the same. But they did say she leaves out a whole lot. Yeah, that Boo Boo thing is funny. Goodness. So his street name was Boo Boo before he became 50. Hey, okay, all right. Well, that's interesting. So let's see what else going on here. Let's see what this one is saying right here.
He tried to evict her from there, but they wouldn't evict her. The Supreme Court ruled that she could stay because she had 50 Cent's son. And apparently the house mysteriously burned down because according to her, 50 Cent, would rather the house burn down than her have it. And she would also make claims that 50 Cent actually tried to murder them. Now, 50 Cent, always maintained his innocent, but she told the full story in regards to the house burning down. And I'll be real, it's one of the wildest things I've ever heard.
What makes you say he did it, though?
We got into a fight that Monday at my lawyer's office. Police report. He threatened me. He tried to hit me, but I ran. He threatened, said he was going to have someone come do something. He said, and watch how I get down. He said it. Friday, if that was Monday, that Friday, I had to do my deposition.
Okay, so what y'all think?
He tried to evict her from there, but they wouldn't evict her. The Supreme Court ruled that she could stay.
So it is what it is, you guys. Like I said before, she sounds pretty convincing. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. But anything is possible with these damn people out here. These celebs, people in general. He said she thought she was supposed to live big, like 50, her son, 50, her and her son ungrateful. Okay. You said the ninja burned down the house. OMG. Well, I don't know, because people do weird shit, so I don't know for sure. That's the same thing they said Diddy did. Not burn down the house, but they say he did that dude's car. So you just never know these people, because we don't know these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know 50 Cent, and I definitely wasn't there. When her and him were dating or anything else. So anything is possible. But I know one damn thing: it's a trip. Regardless, it's a trip. Hopefully he didn't do all these things, but you just don't know. All right. I think that's it with 50 Cent. Let me see what else I got here real quick. I was here getting ready for bed, y'all. Wait, how do I get back on this damn thing? I need to get back on 50 Cent stuff. Hold on. Okay, let me go back to 50 Cent real quick, you guys. Let's switch back to the other thing, to Ray J's story. Let's see what else people are saying here. Somebody said 50 is next on the list. So what list, y'all? Somebody said she is officially broke. This is a last-ditch effort to get more money. A lot of people say she's telling the whole story. I would like to hear the whole story because, like I always say, there are always more than two sides of a story, okay? If it's two people, you got that person's story, the other person's story, okay? And then you got the 100% truth, all right? Because usually when people tell their side, a lot of people, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of people just tell things the way they see it, okay? And then some people lie, but straight up lie. I mean, lie on purpose and stuff, so that's why a lot of times you listen to both people talk and then you try to figure out who is telling the truth based on what they say and who's lying. You said free Diddy. Oh, I know. He said lock up 50. Somebody said ECGAY. Is who GAY? 50? Okay. Somebody said his life is totally different now than it was before the fame. And let's not forget, he was shot 9 times. It definitely wasn't by accident. So I would have to say there's plenty that has happened before all the fame. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know what 50 does because we don't know him. You know, we weren't in their house. So for me, anything is possible, okay? It could be a combination. She could want more money, but at the same time, he might have did stuff to her. You know? It could be a combination of things. Somebody said, oh no, not karma. If you are living in a glass house, don't throw no stones. So somebody said you would do anything for $1. It wasn't fear. It was you paying more attention to the material things and not paying attention to the manipulation. Free game. Somebody else said, unfortunately, I think I do believe her. Men and some men content to try to intimidate a person, or in this case, their ex, for some odd reason. They want to feel like they have the power. Now, don't get me wrong. I love 50 in his music and movies, but for some reason, this story seems to stand true. It seems that it could fit his personality. He says she's not telling the whole story. She's not saying anything she did wrong. But the thing is, if he was physically abusing her, there is no reason why he should be putting his hands on her. None. Okay? Not one. Unless it's self-defense. That's it. Somebody said, yeah, she probably was scared of him. We were talking about 50. And then another person says she's a liar. So, you know, it's mixed, you know, comments here. Some people believe her, some people don't. So, like I said, though, anything is possible. We don't know. She could be lying. She may not be lying. She may be mixing in truth and non-truth. You just never know. It may be, you know, some truth to this, and it may be some false shit to this. You just never know. And she could be also, you know, she could also did things as well. So we just don't know. That's why you get to tell the whole story and stuff. But I guess we'll never get the entire story. And did she have any type of proof, though? Physical proof, like, you know, when they were fighting or he was hitting her, did she go to the hospital? Any kind of medical records, police reports, hell, video footage or anything? Then I know they probably asked the son, but you know how that goes. I don't know. You know, you look at Diddy's case. These women and men waited all these years to come up. Look at what's his name, Timothy Busfield case. These people waited all these years to start saying something. This man talking about Timothy Busfield touched his daughter or something. This lady or whatever, and she was young, and now she's older. So sometimes people wait a long time. I don't know why they be waiting for years and years to, you know, tell stuff. Who knows? She said he was using intimidation and all this other stuff, so who knows? But anyway, guys, this was a great conversation tonight. We learned a lot of stuff. We learned about Ray J, his heart failure, you know, everything that he told us, you know. Again, you know, I don't know what the doctors told him. It could be because he has heart failure. He thinks he's going to pass on within the next couple of weeks. I don't know, because he said by the end of February, right? Somewhere around that. So you got like, you know, maybe he think in a couple more weeks he's going to be gone. I don't know. And maybe the doctors did tell him that. I don't know. But again, my prayers are extended out to him, you know, and hopefully, you know, everything works out for him. And hopefully he's taking medication and that helps his heart failure. And as far as 50 Cent and his ex-girlfriend, I don't know who's telling 100% truth, not even 90% truth. I don't know. The thing is, I hope 50 wasn't hitting this woman, okay, point blank, you know, and hopefully they can get everything solved and everybody can just, you know, do what they need to do and, you know, live their lives, point blank. That's all I can say. You guys tell me what you think in the comments section. about all of this stuff I talked about tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thanks to Tony Vans and Jermaine for being in the place to be. Thanks to everybody in the bushes and everybody who watched this in the replay. All right? So let me stop sharing. Just know this, though. Whenever you are in a relationship, right, and you two get mad at each other, you can't be walking around talking about your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, and don't expect for them to say anything back. Okay, if you don't want your shit spreading out on social media or anywhere else, keep your damn mouth closed on everything. Keep your mouth closed and don't be talking about them. Because let me just tell you straight up, if a dude that I used to talk to get his ass up on social media and be saying shit about me, and especially untrue shit, I'm definitely going to retaliate back and get on that ass, okay? Point blank. Because you shouldn't do that shit, you know? Grow up. You shouldn't do that stuff. It's not a good look. And one thing I don't like it when people just straight up lie. If you're going to tell stuff, you know, tell the truth if you want to talk about something. Don't make up shit or try to make things seem another way, or because you can't comprehend something completely, you tell stuff and it's not correct. Don't do that. And then expect for people not to say anything about you. Y'all got a lot of nerves when y'all do that. You talk about people, expect for some people to talk about your ass back. Okay? Especially when it comes to me. You know, you and I dated or whatever, and you get your punk ass up on YouTube and make videos. Hell yeah, I'm coming for your ass. Shay's Tube ain't scared of nobody. All right? And that's on everything. So anyway, y'all, again, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, share, leave a comment, hype this video up. All right, just move over that comment section. You'll see the hype up button. You have 3 per week. And if you want to show additional support, you can feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation at $Shades Tube, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed night, sweet dreams, happy and blessed Wednesday, and I will see you later on. Check out my other videos too, my news reaction, my Country Wayne live skits, not live skits, but my Country Wayne skits live reaction. Check those out. My Dollar Tree hauls, my YouTube shorts, and what else? I think that's it. I think I covered everything. All right, check out all those videos, and you guys have a beautiful night. Oh man, I got to breathe now. Let me go ahead and change everything, you guys. It's hard doing these lives. Y'all just don't know. They're not easy, especially when you have to get all this shit together. And then you're doing bloopers and shit. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. We're going to change this battery and everything else. This is behind scenes, okay? Behind scenes. Behind the scene. That's how you actually say it. Let's see. Where's the daggone thing at? I can't never find anything on this damn thing. Okay, here it is right here. All right, y'all. Peace out. Let's get the media thing in and put this music on, and we are out of here. I'm getting ready to go my butt to bed. All right, y'all. Good night.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades Tube, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Look on Shay's Tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Look on Shay's Tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She drop one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's too. She back again. Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
All right, sweet dreams. See y'all tomorrow. Thank you.